Welcome to the Mad Lab MMA. I am here for pay-per-view fights only, joined with Mike the Mad Lab Bayarato.
It's like fucking, it's really him.
I'm here. I'm excited for this weekend, dude.
That's the only reason why. Is this going to be a regular thing or no? It's going to be like once a year?
Pay-per-view events, bro.
You haven't even been here for the pay-per-view events.
Yes, I have. Every single one. Go look at the fucking
Don't
YouTube.
even defend him just to defend him.
I was.
The last one? You haven't been here for like 10 of them.
Don't listen to him. We're doing the fights here for the first time in the new office. We got the quad TV. It's like 150 inches, 4 TVs together, and we got beautiful break room in the new office.
Be here for that, though.
No, you have to be here.
Bro, it's too many people.
Stop it. We're watching the fucking fights here, dude. We got a pool table, shuffleboard, foosball, the arcade machine.
That's what I mean. There's going to be so much going on.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. You get a front row seat on the couch. We'll make sure you got all the space you need.
Fucking arcades.
I'll put a little yellow tape around you. No one goes near you. Right. All right, and you're calling the fights. You're broadcasting live on Saturday all day.
We should. So you didn't really watch the fights last week?
No, last week I did not. No.
Quick rundown. Nothing crazy happened. McKenzie's very upset. Did you heard about the Kopylov fight?
No.
So Kopylov and Chris
Curtis.
Curtis.
Oh, we did the Chris Curtis. Yeah, that's the one fight I did see.
Yeah.
Yeah. They shouldn't have stopped it.
McKenzie had Curtis plus 3.5. The fight was going to the cards. I saw the cards afterwards because I wanted to check if she would have won.
Yeah.
She would have won.
Curtis was up?
No, it would have been 29-28.
29-28. Plus 3.5, yeah.
So she would have won. 1 second left. I don't care what anyone says. You do not stop that fight.
It was a bad stop.
And I know you're going to say, when I say this, you always bring this fight up. The Meldrick Taylor fight.
Yeah.
But Meldrick Taylor won that fight.
Yeah.
He was going to win that fight.
By a lot.
The same thing. You don't do that. Like you do. Like it's not the point of winning.
He didn't even look out at all either.
It's not the point that he was 10 feet away from him. Kopylov turned around and walked away.
And he was saying he walked away because he didn't want to hurt him more or whatever.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, you don't stop that fight. Like that was a horrible, horrible stoppage for the fact that he deserved to at least hear. He was going to lose. He was going to lose 29-28. Definitely going to lose. 1 second. But you got to let him fight that out. You got to let him he's never been out like that. He's never been knocked out. Give the guy 1 second.
Yeah.
Terrible stoppage, but other than that, everything was kind of went as planned. I mean, Ponzinibbio.
How did Dern look?
Who?
Dern.
Dude, she looked good. She actually had a couple entries in that fight because we always talk about her wrestling.
Yeah.
She had a couple entries in that fight. They were the best entries I've ever seen her have.
That's good. That's her biggest problem. Once she gets them to the ground,
yeah,
I mean.
Like good wrestling entries. She looked good. Her striking looked okay, striking. But it was really, once you get on the ground with her, she's all over the place. But the one thing is Christian Rodriguez, another guy.
He is the prospect killer,
He
man.
is the prospect killer.
Yeah.
I never sleep on Christian
Rosas
Rodriguez.
And now Bashi.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
He's done it to numerous guys.
He's tough, man. He's so underrated, too.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
Very underrated. ARA, dude, he got knocked out cold.
I saw the replay afterwards on Top 10 ESPN. What a shot.
If you watch that exchange, and then you watch the exchange from Poatan when he fought Izzy, when Izzy knocked him out.
Very similar.
Very similar exchange.
Yeah.
Very, very similar exchange. Ponzinibbio, good fight. Got knocked down like two times in that fight. Came back and ended up beating Harris, knocking him out. That was a good fight. It was a pretty good card. I mean, it was overall it was a pretty good card. We hit a good dog with Felipe Bunas. That was the thing. We're going to get into this before we get into the card, but that was the fight that separated me from Fight Brain. This fight. They had Jose Johnson. I had Felipe Bunas. So, guys, before we go into this card, and it's a great card, UFC 311, a couple of new things that we have going on at the site. Obviously, those of you that are members, you've seen all the content that we put out. I tried to do something a little different that was going to open me up some time to do some other things, more recordings, more podcasts, more stuff like that. And it turned out to be double the content, but it's worth it because now there's literally no stone unturned.
Yeah, it's great.
So the first thing that we posted is we did a revamp of the roster bully. Roster bully last year was very, very watered down. It was your takedown defense, your submissions, your win percentages, your hedge weights. I added so many different categories to it. I added knockouts, how many times they've been knocked out, submissions, how many times they've been submitted. There's just so many things. It's all filterable. So it's literally you want to group them by the most subs on the card. They will group them in tiers by the most subs on the card. Who's got the highest upside finishing? They will group them by who's been knocked out the most. They will group it from tiers. So it's a good tool to use just for your eyes or for if you're using it for an optimizing tool. So that's the roster bully tool. The A side of the revamp that we did was the Fight Brain. So the Fight Brain is basically it's a culmination of historical data, and it's just question after question after question that's answered in this algorithm that will spit out their matchup from a historical breakdown, how they would fare against the opponent if they were to face them X amount of times. And it gives you from the grappling to the striking to the Fight Brain crystal ball, how they actually think it's going to go, to their actual fight prediction, and also some probabilities outside of that. If it doesn't go its way, here's a couple other probabilities. It's an amazing tool. I mean, it's an amazing breakdown. And I'm going head-to-head with it. So you're also getting my breakdowns as well, the audio versions of my breakdowns. And all year I'll be going head-to-head with the Fight Brain to see who gets more right. So I'm up 1-0 on the Fight Brain.
So you were on all the right side except for that one fight.
Except for that one
That was the only one.
That was the only one.
That's good.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, the Fight Brain stuff is up right now. It's up early this week. My breakdowns aren't up yet, but the Fight Brain stuff is up. So if you guys want to come down, check us out, the MadLabMMA.com. You're getting everything from soup to nuts. You get the rest of football season, which is all the playoffs, all the way up to the Super Bowl. And if you sign up for the year, we're going to give you NFL for next year free as well. So you'll have the playoffs, you have all of MMA and boxing and everything that we offer, golf, NASCAR, whatever, and then you'll have all NFL next year. So great value, great community, and we're just going to be adding a lot more tools. There's no doubt in my mind that now, I mean, I said this before, but now it's night and day. You will never find another site with more content.
No
it's
shit.
not even close.
No one puts in the time and effort.
It's not even close. So, all right, UFC 311. What do you think of it? Did you overlook the card as a whole?
Yeah, it's a great card, man.
This to me is the first card of the year.
Yeah, dude, even the prelims are stacked. I mean, this is a great card. I mean, I'm watching from the beginning all the way to the end. I can't wait.
Yeah, this is first. Wait, bro, what about the Rams last night?
I had that feeling they were going to win too. They're going to give Philly problems too. Right, dude, when Stafford's in the zone, man, he's tough to beat, bro.
Yeah.
He threads the fucking needle. He's good, man.
And I'm telling you, I'm Washington is a sleeper, bro. Now that Eckler's back, they got those dink and dunks on the hash they can do. Terry McLaurin's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Ertz is playing high level. They got a stingy defense.
I'm not going to pick them against Detroit, but it's going to be a good game.
Goff finds ways to choke sometimes, though. In big spots.
I see Detroit, Baltimore.
I could see it.
I see Detroit, Baltimore.
I could see it.
And Lamar gets his first title.
So you don't think that you think he's going to choke again? I could see it, bro. Like, I could see all these quarterbacks. I don't know.
The problem with Allen is that he doesn't choke.
No, he doesn't choke. He comes up short, though.
They just come up a little tiny bit short.
Come up a little short.
You know?
But he doesn't utilize all his weapons.
Who does he have anymore?
Oh, he doesn't even use Amari Cooper's. I mean, how do you not use Amari Cooper?
I thought he was going to be a superstar once he went over there.
Never even looks his way, dude.
I know. It's so weird, right?
He had one reception last week for like 5 yards.
I put him in DFS too. I'm like, fuck, why did I use him?
Yeah, I mean, they got Shakir, who's playing really good, but how do you not use Amari Cooper?
I don't get it.
Like, he has his signature guys that he likes.
I know. It's so weird.
All right, so this card, honestly, from top to bottom, is awesome. I mean, to me, there's there's certain cards that have no prelims or early prelims. This is just a straight main card.
Yeah, it's great.
We're going to break down a couple of them, starting off with the main event, Islam Makhachev and Tsarukyan. You go first.
Well, first of all, I don't think it should be minus 410.
No.
Islam is probably pound for pound. Hey, don't look at my fucking notes, bro.
Oh, all right.
Islam is pound for pound the best guy. I'll agree with that right now. He is a dominant force. Dude, Tsarukyan is a tough motherfucker, bro. And if anybody watched early on, Tsarukyan, one of Makhachev's first fight, if not his first fight, I think it was in the UFC, Tsarukyan came in on short notice and gave him a hard time. Obviously, it's a different Makhachev now, 9 fights later, 3, 4, 5 years later. I get that too. But, I mean, you saw Tsarukyan against Oliveira, one of the best in the business. He did almost get choked out at the end there, but he survived that fight. I think this goes to the cards. I do not think it should be minus 410. I could see it being like a minus 230 to be more fair. Tsarukyan, the only loss he had, which was such a close fight, was against Gamrot. Remember that fight?
Yep.
I thought Tsarukyan actually won that fight too.
Yeah.
The kid he deserves his title shot. He's determined. He's in the best shape I've ever seen him in, too.
Yeah.
And the kid's a worker. I think this goes to the cards, and I think it's Islam like a 3-2 decision. I think it's going to be really, really fucking
You think
close.
it's going to be as close as you think it's going to be like a war like the last fight?
I think it is, bro.
Like really hanging in there?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think it's going to be tough. I think it might even be a split. Like, I think he's going to give him a hard time. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that, honestly, out of anybody in the division, I think Tsarukyan gives him the toughest time out of anybody.
Yeah, I think.
Who else do you see giving him a hard time like this?
Well, there's not many people on his level.
Skill set, they're pretty even with their skill set. Tsarukyan's a beast on the ground. He's got everything. I mean, this is a great matchup, man. It should not be minus 410, but I am going to go with Islam by decision.
Yeah, I just can't go. This is the way I look at it.
I can't pick against him.
The only time I've ever seen some kid come in on short notice and do something to a guy like Islam on that level was when Tim Elliott fought Demetrius Johnson. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that
fight. On
fight.
short notice, and he lost the fight. I mean, he clearly lost the
We
fight.
gave him a hard time.
But he put him in some spots. You're like, wow, look at this fucking kid. Like,
He's so
with Demetrius
awkward,
Johnson.
Elliott.
Well, yeah, he's awkward, but he was like hanging with him, and I was like, all right. Tsarukyan on a much bigger level competed with him. He put him in some spots. He was able to transition. He was able to counter wrestle him. He actually pursued wrestling on him a little bit. And then when you look at the Chucky Olives fight, when Tsarukyan, with the patience on this kid, like, you get put into submission by a normal grappler, you're not going to panic. Like,
Anybody gets put on by Oliveira ain't surviving.
and you're panicking.
And you're panicking. He was
Because-
very calm.
right, yeah, you're saying to yourself, like what are the chances of me unlocking?
He was on
this?
his back.
And he
Yeah.
was on, you know what I mean? So he lasted. He gave thumbs up. He stayed composed. He came back, top control, mounted him, and did what he did. Great. But there's something to be said about talent, right? There's something to be said about people who know talent. And when you look at Nurmagomedov's dad, Khabib's dad, he was like the Bill Walsh of MMA when it comes to finding talent. And think about all the people that went through his gym, all the people that he's trained since they were kids. Why did he pigeonhole him and say, when my son retires, I want him to be the champion?
I think that Makhachev's strength for his size, he's just really strong for his size.
But he's also a very good striker.
He's
He's
very
also
good
a
striker.
great grappler. He choked out Chucky Olives like nothing.
Like nothing, bro. He's strong.
yeah,
Bro. He's
you know,
strong.
he's got a nasty.
He's
grip.
strong for this division. He's strong for the next division. I mean, he's just strong.
I just don't think we've seen the best of him yet either.
I don't think so either.
I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. The thing that concerns me with him a little bit, but I don't think it's a concern with these guys. The American guys, yeah. Certain guys, yeah. But sometimes the belt gets to your head. The money gets to your head. He went off. He bought a farm in Dagestan. He lives on his farm. It's different for them. It's not about so much the belt for them and the money for them. It's more about the family pride.
Pride.
Tsarukyan, I think, is going to give him it's going to be a good fight. But I think it's going to be a good fight until it's not anymore. I think he's going to finish him.
I think he runs away in round 4.
Like 4 or 5, I think he's going to finish him. I do.
Maybe.
I think it's going to be a statement because at the end of the day, this is a question mark on his record.
Yeah, because of the first fight.
Because they say, well, short notice, he was so green, he came in, he gave him a good time. So this is a fight where he even said, I want to put all question marks to bed. Like, he's going to go in there. It's going to be a good fight. And then I think, and Tsarukyan's been rocked before.
Kind of like the Volkanovski, right, on the rematch. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
He's not. I think there was an element of surprise there for him. Like, you know what I mean? Really. So I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Tsarukyan's going to give him all he can handle for about 3 rounds, and then I think in the 4th or 5th round he's going to finish him.
I'm rooting for Tsarukyan, though.
I like him.
I'd like to see him.
Yeah, I like him. I do like him, but I just think Islam is he's something that is.
Islam wins this fight, he's moving up.
You can't pick him.
Right?
I wouldn't doubt it. But you can't pick against him. Like, how can you pick against him?
Nah, you can't. He's literally the number 1 pound for pound.
You can't. You can't pick against him. So I'm going to go Islam 4th or 5th round.
Late finish.
I'm
Submission?
I'm gonna say he subs him.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he knocks him, he rocks him, and pounces. Yeah.
All right.
This one is probably
Woof.
this one and the next one to me are the 2 hardest fights to call on the card.
You got the champion Merab as a plus 270 dog.
Versus Umar.
When do you see that?
I know.
Now you got the
Wait,
name.
what's the current one now?
I just looked. It was Merab was plus 270,
Yeah.
bro. You know, Nurmagomedov has the name.
Yep.
That probably juices the odds right there alone.
100%.
The kid's talented. He is really good. Dude, he really hasn't faced anybody. Now, a lot of that is because guys don't want to face him, have been dodging him. I think he's wanted to face some of the better talent, but his resume is nothing compared to Merab's resume.
Nope.
And Merab is the champ. And I think people are putting a little too much into Umar right now. I know he's got Khabib
Dana
over
White
there.
is.
Of course he is, but you know
He
what?
doesn't even know. Do you know he doesn't even know how to pronounce Merab's last name?
Still?
Yeah.
I love Merab, man. I'm taking the champ here with the plus 270 odds. I think Merab wins by decision. I think he's just the motor, the machine, continues to attempt the takedowns, controls the tempo in the cage. Close fight, Merab by decision.
What's the one thing that makes you concerned about Merab in this fight? And I'm gonna, if you guess it, I'll tell you which fight I keep going back to, even though it was a while ago. But what's the one thing that concerns you with him, with his style against a guy like this?
The one fight where he should have lost and didn't was against Marlon Moraes.
No. The fight that I'm just going to tell you. The fight where he fought Ricky Simone.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time, but he was had that pace and he got caught in that submission.
He got caught. Well, he got
But you know what I mean? He got caught in that submission. That's what I'm afraid of here. I'm afraid of that because Umar Nurmagomedov is so slick on the feet. He's such a good athlete. He's so patient. He's a good grappler. That Merab is going to come out there like a bat out of hell and probably take him down, but eventually get caught in something. That's what I'm nervous about. But we said this time and time again about him. Think about his entire resume with the guy he's fought. He's never been the A+ athlete, like the A+ coordinated athlete out of these guys. He takes your game away.
Yep.
Like if you're smothering some guy and you're on top of him, he can't strike no more. You know, he's such a smothering athlete. I think the odds are insane.
How is the champ a plus 270
I think
dog
the odds are
against the
insane.
guy who hasn't fought nobody? The guy's super talented, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like the Pantoja fight.
Yeah.
Almost like the Pantoja fight when he fought the guy the last time out. The guy came in as a debuting fighter and Pantoja just fucking owned him, bro.
The only thing is Merab's not a control wrestler.
No.
That's the problem. Merab will take you down, but he'll take you down a ton of times.
Yep.
But that's also a bad sign. You take a guy down 8 times, it means you can't control him on the ground.
But when your cardio's that good and you
doesn't
can continue
matter.
to do it?
It doesn't matter. But here's the thing. You know these guys clearly don't like each other.
Yeah.
Right? What happens if he decides to have a jock measuring contest and decides to stand with him? We've seen Merab try to stand with people for long periods of time. We're like, why isn't he shooting?
We've seen Merab destroy Jan on the feet, too.
Yeah.
You remember that? Literally, we
but Umar-
destroyed him on the feet.
Umar's so slick on the feet, dude. He's one of the he's like the Nurmagomedov.
You think Jan? You think he's a better boxer than Jan?
No.
You know?
No. But you got to remember.
I think this is a Merab's fight to lose.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
How is the fucking champ plus 270?
Yeah, I don't get it. I think it should be. I don't mind them making
The name alone made him give him an extra minus 100.
I don't mind him being the favorite by maybe minus 140.
Yeah.
You know,
Something like that. Merab plus 160. Okay.
At DraftKings, he's minus 7,000.
What is he?
DraftKings 7,000.
Wow,
I mean,
dude.
he's a punt play.
And with all those takedowns?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
He's going to be the highest owned guy on the slate.
I'm gonna go to Merab. I'm gonna say that he's gonna be able to put a pace on him. That's going to just. This is another thing. I could see in that this is the bad situation, but I'm saying I could see him winning the fight. Like third round, me and you were going fucking 3 rounds to nothing.
Gets caught.
Then he gets caught.
I can see it.
You know.
But when's the last time he's got caught like that?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Merab. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go Merab by decision. I think he ends up starting to demoralize him in the later rounds. Like he just can't get
Like with
going.
Jan. That's what happened with Jan. He
Umar's
got
getting
demoralized.
frustrated. He's just trying to do anything at that point. And even if Umar takes him down, he's just so. He's got that that retarded brain.
I think if we see the Merab that fought Peter Yan, he wins this fight, no problem. Because that was a perfect balance of striking.
Do you remember when he was on top of him? Dana.
You know, when Merab fought O'Malley, he won that fight. But the best version of Merab we saw was against Peter Yan. If we get that version of Merab, he wins this fight.
Yeah. I got it. I just on resume champion the cage time, dude. He's got. I forgot what they said. I forgot they had the time. He's got the most control time in the division. I forget how much it was, but it was by a big gap.
It's awesome. Love Merab.
Yeah, I'm going Merab by decision. I'm going to say he wins
Close.
3-2, 4-1, something like that.
3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. Yeah, I'll go Merab. I think all the value's on him. I think even if you don't think Merab's going to win the fight, even if you're slightly picking Umar, if you're betting the fight and you bet Umar at those odds, I think you're nuts.
And on DraftKings, he's going to score whether he
wins or loses,
loses,
he's like a lock play.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah, we're both in agreement there. All right. Next one. This is to me.
Dude, this is Mad Lab hates Jamahal Hill more than anybody I know.
World.
I know.
Anybody in the world. I can't stand him, dude. But this is an interesting fight.
It's almost a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Right. Jamal's got a lot to prove, bro.
So does Jiří.
You know. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I don't know about that. I mean, Jiří lost against Poatan. It's Poatan. It's not a bad loss. Jiří came back against Rakic. That was a fucking fantastic fight after Rakic destroyed his calves. Jamahal Hill just has that sting and chip on his shoulder from that Poatan knockout. He's been talking shit ever since.
He always talks shit. That's what I don't like about him. He talks shit when he's not supposed to. Like, you don't get knocked out like that and then talk shit. Like, you just got to stay humble. Bro, he beat me. I'm going to get him next time. Like, they did that. But he's like, yeah, you're this. And he started a fight with him in the gym.
I saw that, yeah.
I mean, he just talks shit at the wrong times. Like, he talks shit when you're not supposed to. Like, you're just supposed to sit there and shut up.
I still think that he's the best boxer in that division.
Well, that's not saying much.
Yeah.
That division.
Well, I think he's a great boxer. I think Jiří gets hit a lot, leaves himself open. This is going to stay on the feet, I believe. And
You think
I think
so? You don't think Jiří's going to try to take it to the ground?
I don't, and I think that Jamahal going to knock him out.
What round?
Well, this is a 3-round fight, right? Late round second knockout, Jamahal Hill.
Second round.
Puts himself back into contention.
All right. Well, I hate Jamahal Hill.
I know you do.
Can't stand him. But I do agree with you. He's a really good boxer.
He is.
He's got sharp hands. He's fast. He's got a smooth frame. He's not too muscular, so he can get around the corners good. Even when he does get taken to the ground, when Paul Craig took him to the ground, like, he didn't tap.
Yeah.
When his arm broke. You know what I mean? He didn't tap. But I just think that if he didn't work on his wrestling, which the word on the street is, and this is the truth, that apparently this whole camp he worked on takedown defense and wrestling. Yeah. So if he did that, then you go on the Procházka side, and I don't care what anybody says. I think this guy is a casual, is a complete casual's dream.
Yeah, you never liked him either.
Because I don't think he's good.
You tell me after the Rakic fight, though, you weren't impressed?
I was impressed.
At least with the mental.
But listen, watch what I tell you about him. So I think the reason why I call him the casual's best friend is because he's a character, which I think the UFC needs characters.
Oh yeah, of course.
Samurai, and he
lives in the woods.
Lives in the woods, and they fall from that. But as a fighter, he's not technically he's not a good fighter, and his resume is not impressive. Look at his. Okay, let's go from the last to Alex Pereira gets knocked out by him. Alexander Rakic, he fought him off a back on an ACL injury.
That was still a good win for him.
Still a good win, but still ACL injury. Yep. Okay, right? Alex Pereira gets knocked out again. Fights a 40-year-old Glover Teixeira. That Glover was beat him. That fight was over.
I know, that fight was over.
So did he win the fight on paper? Yeah, but Glover outworked him and beat him.
He did.
Okay, Dominic Reyes. He beat Dominic Reyes
with that elbow.
But this is when it was Dominic Reyes was like not Dominic Reyes.
Yep.
Right? Volkanov's Demir, big deal. And then CD Dalloway. So he never really beat anybody like on the top of their game, dude.
No.
You know what I mean? Never really beat anybody on the top of their game. He's not. He's a. I call him the dream catcher. He's a guy who comes in. He's very dynamic. He's explosive. He's a good athlete. He's got a crazy durability.
And he throws from really weird angles.
Really weird angles. He's tough to riddle to solve. But bro, he's a defensive liability on the feet.
He gets fucking hit.
His defensive liability. He doesn't check leg kicks, so I don't think he's going to have to worry about that. But I think that he
does not check leg kicks.
He doesn't check leg kicks, but I don't think he's going to have to worry about that here. But if Jamahal Hill was smart, they would implement some leg kicks. But I'm with you, man. I think both guys are highly overrated. But I think Jiří's even more overrated. I really, really do.
Wow, man, Lab's going to pick Jamahal Hill?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not expect that.
I'm picking Jamahal Hill by knockout.
All right, me too. Yeah. When? Round 2?
I'm going to say because I think Jamahal Hill might be in a position where he has to get a knockout because I think he's going to start off slow. And I think it's going to be when Jiří tires in round 3.
I like it.
I'm going to say round 3.
Let's go Jamahal Hill, sweet dreams.
I can't believe I just picked him.
I can't believe you picked him either.
All right, next one we have... this is another good one, bro. Beneil Dariush and Renato Moicano.
Yeah.
This is a really good fight.
Me too.
Both guys have the same kind of skill set. They're both a little chinny.
They're both a little chinny. Dariush is coming off that horrible loss.
Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
The knee.
Yeah, destroyed him. And then he didn't look good even the fight before that,
Well,
too.
he fought Chucky Olives, dude.
He fought Chucky Olives. He lost there.
And then, but before that, he was on like a 6-fight win streak.
He was, and he almost got a title shot, and then he blew it. He blew it, you know, when he lost to Chucky Olives. But right, that was the fight, right?
Oh,
he lost.
Yeah, he beat Gamrot. He beat Ferguson. He beat Carlos Diego Ferreira. He beat Holtzman, Drakkar Klose, Frank Camacho, Drew Dober, Thiago. He went on a run.
He was on a good run.
And then he got knocked out by Chucky Olives and then took that brutal knee, dude. That was brutal.
Brutal. Listen, I'm riding the fucking Money Moicano train here, bro. You know, he's been on fire. I don't know what he's won 5 or 6 in a row. He's got the momentum. He's got the Money Moicano thing going. He has his great post-fight speeches. I think there's something to be said about all that stuff. The crowd, but everybody loves Moicano now. The crowd behind him. I think he rides this momentum, bro. And I think this is big for Moicano to get this victory here. It's going to put him up there in contention for a title shot. They can't deny him if he keeps winning over really good talent. I'm not saying Dariush is elite anymore, but he's above average. He's a great for Moicano's resume, and I like Moicano to continue to win streak here.
How do you like it?
Moicano? I think he's gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna knock him out. I do.
I think skill for skill, I think Dariush is the more technical guy.
I agree with you.
I think he's got better kickboxing. I think he's the grappling. I mean you could pretty much say.
I just feel like Dariush doesn't have a lot to fight for.
No, he doesn't.
Like Moicano's on a.
He knows now. He's
on a fucking streak.
Yeah.
Like he wants to. He talks about just making money and like.
How about his fight against Benoit Saint Denis, the last one?
Fucking awesome, dude.
Destroyed him.
Everybody picked Saint Denis too in that fight. He destroyed Saint Denis. I mean, like.
Did we pick him in that fight? I don't remember.
I don't remember. But I mean, like that. I mean, he keeps knocking down these big guys, and now he's finally a favorite.
Yeah.
He's been a dog over and over
He's
again. Now he's in a spot where he's a favorite. I think he's a rightful favorite, and I think he continues the fucking hot streak.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that he can be knocked out if he plays with his food too much and doesn't get right to business. But I mean, there's a certain point in time where momentum turns into maybe they're turning a corner.
What's he got? 5 straight?
4.
And 6 out of the last 7?
4. Yeah, exactly. But Jai Herbert, not a big deal. Alex Hernandez, not a big deal. He lost to RDA, comes back, beats Brad Riddell, tough kid. Dober, tough kid. Jalen Turner, tough. But this is the one right
Saint
here
Denis.
where you're like, all right, is it momentum at this point or is he turning a corner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's 35 years old. This is it.
Yeah, this is it. This is his run.
This is his run. This is his big run. So I think all the pressure's on him, but I think I don't know. There's something.
And you know he wants the big money fights.
It's
like
hard.
He's fighting for something. I feel like Dariush is just fighting because he's there. He's a pillar in the sport. He got the gym over here in Anaheim. Like I just feel like
almost saying, look, dude, he's got knocked out 2 times. Get a big name, Dariush big name, get him out of here, and you're rolling.
I just feel like Moicano has the fucking hunger, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the limb, and I'm gonna say Moicano subs him.
I could see after knocking him down, gets on his back,
stunning him, taking because he's got a great back take.
Yeah, great.
You know, so I'm gonna say he knocks him, he cracks him with a shot, puts him on Queer Street. Maybe he either falls, he kind of covers up, or he takes him down and he takes his back and subs him. So I'm gonna say inside the distance, but I'll say by sub.
Money Moicano.
I love him, dude.
Let's go. All right.
I love him, Maddie.
Last fight on the main card.
This is another one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna pick it here, but I don't know if I'm staying with it.
Bro, listen, this is a very simple rule in this sport. If Holland fights a striker, you pick Holland. If Holland fights a grappler, you take the grappler, bro. It's been done for the last 5 years that way. I don't know how you're picking Holland here. I watched that fight just now.
Bro,
the Ritter Mearshart.
He looked terrible,
and
dude.
he looks slow too.
Who?
The Ritter.
Yeah.
He looks slow. Holland's fast on the feet, bro. Chris striking.
Yeah.
I think he don't even bother striking with him, bro. It's takedowns from the fucking.
Yeah, but you got to get it there.
Yeah, I think he gets it there. Holland, his takedown defense isn't that good. It's gotten better.
No, it's terrible.
It's gotten better.
But you got to, but you still got to be fast enough to get in on him without getting caught with a knee or getting caught with something.
I think
like Gerald Mearshart, dude, is slower than molasses.
I think, as usual, Holland catches him, rocks him a little bit, a la Derek Brunson. Rocks him a little bit. Ritter finds his way to get him to the ground and then keeps him there. A lot of control
Bro,
time.
you're talking about a grappler that doesn't have good wrestling to a full-blown wrestler.
Listen.
Brunson's a wrestler, bro.
It's the Ritter by submission round 3.
Why round 3?
Because that's what I decided today, right here. All right? Holland's not beating this guy.
Bro, listen, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's a great step up for this guy, too.
I picked the Ritter. I picked the Ritter against Mearshart. I thought he was going to run through Mearshart. Okay, because I've seen this guy's grappling, how insane, unchained, and crazy it is. And for that part of the world, you're not supposed to be a good grappler. You're supposed to be a good striker.
But Meerschaert's a good grappler.
No, I'm not talking about Meerschaert. I'm talking about the Ritter at this point.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that was,
Yeah, he's a very good grappler. But he's also older than fucking George Washington's nephew.
Yeah, he's like 42 or some shit.
So, and he's slow and he's not athletic. Bro, when I watched that fight, I was like, are they kidding me with this guy?
Yeah.
And he got lucky. They were both exhausted, and he latched onto him, and they both fell backwards, and he got the head and arm choke. Good for him. I just have a funny feeling that Holland is going to laser this guy, dude.
Holland's one of the fastest striking in the sport.
He's going to laser this guy, and if the Ritter gets him down, he's not a Gerald Meerschaert where he's going to lay there like a fat tub of shit. He's gonna work his way to his feet. He's gonna be wiry. He's gonna be athletic, and he's either gonna get subbed really quick, like at the first takedown, he's gonna just give up and get subbed, or he's gonna just laser this guy and knock him out.
He weathers the storm.
I'm going Holland, dude.
You going Holland? I want to go Holland. I can't pick.
I'm going big mouth.
I don't pick ground game guys against. I don't pick Holland against guys who have great ground games. I just don't.
So I'm going big mouth. But the card's great. Then you got Peyton Talbot. Bro, did you see Peyton Talbot's 9,900 against Hani Barcelos?
It's fucking crazy.
9,900. They haven't figured out the DraftKings this year yet. It's been very, very off. But it's a great card.
I don't think Barcelos gives him a tough time.
You know what the crazy thing is?
I like Talbot.
4 years ago,
we were calling him so underrated.
Yeah.
Remember, we're like, this guy. But then
4 years ago,
but then he kind of he's old too.
Yeah, Barcelos is getting up there.
He's
now.
37, 38.
Still tough though, man. I mean, Barcelos still got like Peyton Talbot's not really a wrestler. Barcelos,
I think the kid's the real deal though.
Yeah, well, everyone thought that about Bashi.
Yeah, I know, and look what happened.
Yeah,
the fucking prospect killer, C-Rod.
Yeah. So who knows? But McKenzie's time to redeem herself. I don't even think she needs to redeem herself after that. That was her win.
She fucking lost, but she lost.
It was a
don't matter.
Loser.
Loser.
Sleeping on the couch over there. She had Curtis plus 3.5, and they got her by 1 second. So she's got to redeem herself now, which she will.
Well, guys, I was clearly robbed by 1 second on the clock. So thank you, Mark Smith. Thank you. However, I am back for round 2. I'm a firm believer in momentum, and who really has more momentum than Mr. Money Moicano? Although I do respect our Orange County native in Dariush, I feel like the money train is rolling for Moicano and us. So give me Money Moicano at -165.
And then that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be a member, come to the MadLabMMA.com.
$19.99 for the weekly, $49.99 for the monthly. Come on board. We're about to start a streak of like 7 or 8 fight weeks in a row. This is the time to come in. This is the biggest fucking card to start the year. Let's fucking go make some money.
And then you say goodbye to him until fucking 2026.
Yeah, you'll see me next year.